Meanwhile, Wescoal's interim headline earnings per share slipped 5.3% to 6.9 cents as the impact of the strike on deliveries to Eskom weighed. Revenue ticked up 4.2% to 351 million rand. No interim dividend has been declared. Joining me now for a look at the numbers, Andre Boje, CEO of Wescoal. Andre, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, we're talking about a new CEO coming through for Aquarius. We know how tough the operating environment is for the platinum sector in particular right now. What's it like being a coal miner in South Africa? Talk to us about the operating environment.
It's not difficult at the moment, operating environment in the coal industry. We haven't experienced what the platinum miners and the gold miners have experienced, with the exception of Forbes Manhattan, which is widely publicized in Natal, and also the Coal of Africa Mooiplaats operation. But we've had no strikes on the ground. What did affect us, obviously, was the transporter strike, which hit us suddenly at the end of September. It affected our deliveries to Eskom. It knocked our earnings, but we've managed to recover after the end of our interims.
When you look at the mining division, of course, your key earnings generator, revenues down 3%, EBITDA down 11.5%, and you talk about the cost of production up 23-odd percent, 23.7%. You've got fuel costs, which we know diesel costs are high, but then you've also got the increasing strip ratios. So talk to us about that and what you can do to help improve that.
Well, the increasing strip ratios was not unknown. We knew it was going to happen. But what's exciting for us is the imminent opening of Interbani Colliery. All that we need now is the water use license, which we've been promised in the next 14 days. Let's hope it comes through.
How much of a risk factor is that? Because we always talk about the delays when it comes to water licenses.
We don't believe it's a high risk factor, but in the industry it is a risk factor. We will not mine without a water use license. There are operations it's widely publicized, the operations that are operating without a water use license. We won't do that. Subject to us getting a water use license, we're on coal and producing coal by January. That will more than halve our cost of production of actual coal product. And that's exciting for us. This increased cost was not unexpected. The diesel hit us quite hard, and of course the strike, who knows what's going to happen next on the labour front. But we're excited going forward. We think they're quite solid numbers. They're in line with last year, so we're quite happy.
Talking about Eskom and talking about the renewable energy space, of course, the country still is very much reliant on coal and will be for some time. You've got a 3-year supply contract in place. How much coal are you going to be delivering to Eskom? What is the price there? Are you happy with that contract?
We're very happy with the contract. We have 100,000 tonnes a month, or 1.2 million a year. We can deliver more if we are capable of doing that, and we're comfortable with the pricing structure. Eskom are not, they've changed from old. Eskom know they've got to pay decent prices for coal, and they're prepared to do that. But you must deliver. You mustn't promise one product and deliver another one.
And when we're talking about growth, Interbani is the project that is coming online next year, but Elandspreid and that acquisition is one that's going to be one for your long-term growth story. Can you give us an update on the acquisition? Is it going to happen? And how will this change the trajectory for Wescoal?
All the risk factors have been taken out of it, and that was a waiver from ARM. We received that. We had to be happy with the geologicals. We received that. And all the issues with DMR are resolved. What's left now is a regulatory environment. We've got to do a shareholder circular, but we do have irrevocable commitments from 53% of our shareholders to support the deal. So that's a no-brainer. We're hoping to conclude the deal and bed it down by February next year.
So there we go, we'll have clarity next year on it. The question that the market wants to ask is, why would they buy Wescoal as a junior miner with a PE of 7.8 right now, no dividend? What's the incentive there to invest in a company like yours when they could be buying also cheaper resource stocks, which of course are diversified global miners?
Well, coal's not a resource stock, it's an energy. And the world is tied to coal. While we all have empathy with the environmental issues, until there's an alternative to coal, an economically viable, renewable energy alternative to coal, coal is the future for power generation. So that's the one point. And the second point, Wescoal is going to halve its cost of production of coal. So that will impact on the bottom line.